Okay, and so we're on to our next phase, and that is the beginnings of landscaping. So this is completely new to me. This is the stuff I've been using for doing tests, mostly with the glue level and so forth. So we have a couple different ones here. The one on the left is basically 2-to-1 ratio water, just over 2-to-1 with water to Mod Podge, and on the right is 2.5, almost closer to 3-to-1, and that one seems to be working better. So I'm going to pop this off the tripod for a moment here and have a look a little closer. So I've been checking with this. You can see there's like a paper over there. I tilt this to make sure the things don't pop off. I've been testing going around the trees and so forth, and this is okay, but it turns out that a little more liquidy just does a better job of sinking in, and it makes things a little more even. And then I can spread a little bit of, this isn't going to be one piece, cut it here. This was a test phase here, that was a test phase there, and then the light in the back was another test phase with, like, that's where I started adding some bushes and stuff. And I wanted to see how that behaved with the glue going under the track and stuff like that. So I think I'm at the point that I can actually start trying to do some stuff on the actual layout. So I remove the stuff. I have to do it from the back wall out because I'm not going to be crawling over all the stuff in the front to get to the back, obviously. So that has to be done first. So I decided to I'll start over here in this area as my test spot, and maybe coming around into the yard that's probably never going to be used. It's just there for show, just to see how that turns out, and then I can run a train with the camera on it to get a view of what that'll look like at surface level and see what that turns out like. So I guess that's next step. So I'll see how much of that I can get on the camera while I'm working on it, and we'll proceed. Okay, well, this is my first foray into doing any kind of landscaping. So this is full on from scratch. We're learning as we go here. Watch tons of videos on how to do it, and everybody seems to have a different way of wanting to do it. The first thing, though, I think I'm going to do is drill some holes to get in some of these trees. I've got a variety of different types of trees, but these ones here I think might be too big to put here. These would be fine in other locations, but look at that, whatever that is. Between these two tracks here, I'm gonna have to put these ones. So we'll just see how that goes. Look at this, leaving stuff all over the place. I can vacuum that up later, but we'll start with just drilling a few holes and then hoping for the best, because well, we don't know what's gonna happen with it, so let's give her a shot. I don't really want to push my luck. How close is that? I can do one more. There's the track. The track actually converges up further that way. That's because of the way I put the loops together. So this would be cutting her a little close. All right. You know what I think I'm going to do before I put any of the turf and so forth down. I'm going to put some trees in here, and I'll run a train through it and make sure that nothing hits on either side. And then if that looks good, then I'll continue. And when looking at it straight on, it actually looks okay. So I think we should be good. Looks okay. All right, well, that said, maybe I can put a couple more, try to get a couple more in here too.
I think I might do a one of these and one of these here, guys, too. I know that at some point I wanted to put this here, so maybe this way. Again, all new, so just bear with me on this. I did some experimenting with it a bit, and well, we'll see what we got. Actually, these can come back out temporarily. Ugh. To get the dirt layer down. And then put them back down before the glue. This is called a Fine Turf Earth Blend. The stuff that's on the rails won't matter because that won't get glued, so the vacuum will just pull that all up. All right, now on top of that, we'll add some green. It says green grass. I thought it was a green blend. I may have to end up making a green blend. Put that down on top of the dirt layer. Alrighty, now we'll move this down a little further. Just try to keep as much as possible from going in behind, making a mess. I just realized that this is going to end up probably being more dirt. But we'll figure that out later. That's a problem for down the line a bit. Right. Now what? Now is the glue. So this is a basically 3 parts to 1 of water to Mod Podge and a couple drops of Dawn dish soap in it. This seems to be the pretty a common one online there on how to do this. So testing with this seemed to show that it worked okay. We'll see. And of course it's making a mess. Anyway, there's no reason for me to keep doing this on camera. What I'll do is I'll do the rest of this, the gluing off camera, and touch it up with a bit of more green grass, and for the spots that the glue moved the grass, and we'll pick it up after that. Okay, so here's where we are. I got these bushes and stuff done down on that side. I've got the glue down. What I found when I ended up doing this next section here, here and in here, I found that since the glue kind of goes everywhere with it, that I might be better off putting down the dirt, this earth one first. Let the water, the gluish stuff go in, and then put the green up on top of that, and it seems to work a little bit better. What I would love is feedback from you guys to say, no, your ratio is way off. You could be doing something better. Like I notice here, even though it's like 2.5, almost 3 to 1, water to the glue, I can still see white on that. Is that because I don't have enough Dawn dish detergent? Is it because of something else? If this is where I totally need people with more experience than me to help me, give me some advice on this, to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Like it's okay so far, but I would really like some advice. So what am I doing wrong? What am I doing okay? What might help things be a little better? That'd all be great. Your help would be appreciated in the comments with this, and I'm kind of going to stop here until I get some feedback to figure out what I'm doing wrong, or if this is supposed to look like this. Maybe, okay, I think that doesn't seem to look right to me. It looks like I can see the glue on top of the bushes, so maybe something's not thin enough, and I don't know what or why. And it doesn't matter how many videos I watch on how to do this. There's like 10 different people will have 10 different ways of doing it. So I'll take the feedback and I'll do some more experimenting, and help will be appreciated. Thanks, everybody.